How's it going, everyone? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, and here's another video on Fallout 4's Creation Club. If you haven't seen my last video, check it out. I'll link it in the description below. But essentially there, I talked about the system, what I thought about it, and my initial thoughts were that 1, it was underwhelming, and 2, the items under Creation Club were a little bit pricey. But I'll leave that for that video. What I want to do in this video is talk about the ways that I think Creation Club can improve. Now, I can guarantee people are going to be commenting below that they should just get rid of Creation Club. And look, if that happened, I wouldn't think twice, because in its current state, honestly, this isn't a system that I would use. But what I want to do in this video as a thought experiment, suggest ways to improve Creation Club to the stage where maybe someone like myself would actually engage with the system, and also as well maybe it gets to the stage where it's a little less hated. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of the hate for this, because people are instantly seeing the connections, you know, with the paid mod system back with Skyrim, and they're just never going to get into the system. And you know what? That's absolutely their right to do so. If someone wanted to boycott Creation Club and just solely engage in the Nexus or with free mods on Bethesda.net, they have absolutely every right to do so. After all, it's their hard-earned money. If they don't want to spend it, they don't want to spend it. That's their decision. But again, for the purposes of this video, I just want to suggest different ways that Bethesda can improve Creation Club, because it's probably not going to go away, and if it's going to stay, I'd rather see it improved than it not be improved. At the very least. So let's get into 4 ways I think that Creation Club can be improved. If you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. So, number 1, there needs to be a way to earn Creation Club credits without purchasing them. I get it, you have an option where you can actually buy credits with real money. I get that. But introduce another way to be able to get Creation Club credits for free. There are many different systems, especially with games out there, that allow you to obtain virtual currency doing other tasks of some sort. And that could be, for instance, playing Fallout 4 for X number of hours gets you a certain number of Creation Club credits. That's incentivizing people to play the game more. Also as well, completing achievements or quests, of course without the use of mods or console commands, that should be able to get you more Creation Club credits as well that you can use to get other items. Maybe as well playing the game frequently. If you log into Fallout 4 and play every week, you're a good fan, you're a dedicated fan to the game, you should be rewarded for that. Also as well, if they introduce a review system on the Creation Club and Bethesda.net, it would be cool if they incentivize you to leave reviews, right? By saying for every review that you do, you get a certain number of Creation Club credits. So those are just really rough ideas, and obviously they need to be ironed out. But I think there needs to be a way to be able to reward dedicated hardcore fans of Fallout with free credits. I think that would be great. The second way I think it can improve is by selling bundles of weapons and armor as opposed to just single items. So for instance, I'll use the Gunrunner's Arsenal from Fallout New Vegas as an example. That was a DLC with Fallout New Vegas that was about $4, I think it was $3.99 US, and it came with 38 guns and a ton of ammunition and a ton of weapon mods. Now mind you, those guns weren't always completely unique. Sometimes they were, sometimes they were just, you know, slight remodels or just similar power-ups of the guns that we already had in the base game. But nevertheless, that was a cool bundle of a bunch of new guns, ammunition and weapons that were only $4. Yet with Creation Club, the option is there to purchase a single gun for $4 or for $5. I think what Bethesda should be doing is bundling together a bunch of different mods and selling that pack for $4 or $5. I think that would be a little bit more palatable for Fallout fans, especially as well if the pack itself has some sort of theme, right? I mean, Gunrunner's Arsenal with Fallout New Vegas had a theme. It was the GRA. There could be a rocket launchers theme pack where you get a bunch of Creation Club rocket launcher weapons for a certain number of dollars. So I think that would be another great way to distribute content through Creation Club, as opposed to selling single items for that amount, because I talked about in my previous video, I think it's a bit too pricey. Thirdly, I'd like to see big quest mods that we haven't seen on Nexus, because let's be honest here, there is no weapon, gun, or item that Bethesda could produce through Creation Club that hasn't already been done in some sort of form on Nexus and is being distributed for free. When you do a stealth armor, there are 100 of other stealth armors on the Nexus, right? And they're all free, yet the only way to get that armor through Creation Club is by buying it with real world money. And really, there is no single item, weapon, or armor that you could create that a modder hasn't already done. But that kind of duplication is going to be much harder to do if it's a new quest mod. It's very hard to produce a quest mod that's almost the exact same in every single way as a mod that's already been out there for free on Nexus. And to be honest, quest mods are one of the only things that I see myself personally actually giving up money for. Partly because I'd rather download the equivalent for free on Nexus, like the modular backpack for instance. There are tons of mods very similar to that on Nexus, so what's the benefit for me to purchase it as opposed to downloading it for free? Yet with quest mods, if there's a really cool quest mod on Creation Club, and it's very hard for there to be anything similar on Nexus, of course that would make me want to spend money on the Creation Club mod there, because there is no free equivalent. And the final improvement that I'll give is that there need to be benefits for buying Creation Club items as opposed to downloading mods through Bethesda.net or through Steam Workshop. Because the quote-unquote benefits now, and I use that term very loosely, I've talked about this in my last video, the benefits now are the Bethesda QA, but really mods are already QA'd by the community and by the mod creators themselves. 2, that there's likely to be very little incompatibility issues or glitches with Creation Club mods, but even again, the good mods on Nexus won't run into those issues either. And thirdly, the ability to play with achievements on console. Now it's just consoles that benefit applies to, because numerous people told me in my last video that there is actually a PC mod out there to enable you to get achievements with mods installed. So that again doesn't really apply to PC either. And what kind of benefits can Bethesda give in that regard? Well, they can just do giveaways and give other free stuff to the community, the cost of which is really negligible for Bethesda, but that would still be a reward and a positive thing for people that are spending money through Creation Club. For instance, if people spend $15 to get 1500 CC credits, why not throw in for free a really old Bethesda game that not many people are buying nowadays anyways, and that's also really cheap if you tried to buy it through the Bethesda store? Why not throw in DLC for old Fallout games? Why not throw in some lunchboxes for Fallout Shelter? Why not throw in some free trials for ESO? Why not throw in some wallpapers and themes for Xbox One and PS4? Something to reward people for spending money on the system. Again, because right now they would be doing so, even though there are free equivalents on Bethesda.net and Nexus right now. It would be awesome to see their fan service and dedication rewarded for that. So anyways, Wastelanders, those are just my thoughts on how I think Bethesda can improve Creation Club. What do you think of my ideas? Please criticize them in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I think this is the best way to try and get Bethesda to actually hear out the community and incorporate improvements. If they see a lot of people don't like the system and want to see certain things included, then they're very likely going to listen. I mean, look what happened with Skyrim paid mods on Steam. Within a week, that system was taken down. Now, I don't think this is going to be taken down, but in a similar way, we could see improvements such as these incorporated if enough people ask for them. Anyways, let me know what you think. Please take care of yourself, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.